Christmas Lopez, and you're watching TCW News. Welcome to our channel, bringing you the eye of what globalization of religion has impacted our world in today's generation. Let's find it out together with my TCW team. Globalization of religion exists since time immemorial, as people from different countries have its diverse beliefs and religious acts. Globalization refers to the historical process by which all the world's people increasingly come to live in a single social unit. It implicates religion and religions in several ways. From religious or theological perspectives, globalization calls forth religious response and interpretation. Yet, religion and religions have also played important roles in bringing about and characterizing globalization. Among the consequences of this implication for religion have been that globalization encourages religious pluralism. Religions identify themselves in relation to one another, and they become less rooted in particular places because of the diasporas and transnationalities. Globalization further provides fertile ground for a variety of non-institutionalized religious manifestations and for the development of religion as a political and cultural resource. Globalization perspectives seeking to include religion have taken several directions, of which the following are likely the most significant. Certain approaches analyze religion as a global or transnational institutions whose diverse manifestations operate to a large extent independently of economic and political structures and that bind diverse regions of the world together in ways comparable to global trade, international relations, mass media, sport, communications media, or tourism. A second but related focus of observation is the role that religious systems play as powerful cultural resources for asserting identity and seeking inclusion in global society, especially among less powerful and marginalized populations.
Good day, here's the types of religion and their brief background.
Christianity. Christianity is a major religion stemming from the life, teachings, and death of Jesus of Nazareth, the Christ or the Anointed One of God, in the 1st century CE. It has become the largest of the world's religions and geographically the most widely diffused of all faiths. Christians believe that Jesus was the Messiah promised in the Old Testament. Christians believe that Jesus Christ is the Son of God. Christians believe that God sent His Son to earth to save humanity from the consequences of its sins. Judaism. Judaism emerged from the beliefs and practices of the people known as Israel. What is considered classical or rabbinical Judaism did not emerge until the 1st century CE. Judaism traces its origins to the covenant God made with Abraham and his lineage, that God would make them a sacred people and give them a land. Buddhism. Buddhism is originated in India in 563 to 483 BCE with Siddhartha Gautama, and over the next millennia, it spread across Asia and the rest of the world. Buddhists believe that human life is a cycle of suffering and rebirth, but that if one achieves a state of enlightenment, nirvana, it is possible to escape this cycle forever. Islam. Islam was founded by the Prophet Muhammad, who was born in Mecca around AD 570 and settled in Medina around 622. Muslims believe Muhammad was the last and most important in a series of prophets, including Abraham, Moses, and Jesus. The holy book of Islam is the Quran, which means the timeless words of God. Hinduism. Hinduism is a religion that originated in the Indian subcontinent. Purists refer to it more as Sanatana Dharma, the eternal path or law, rather than a religion, as it is believed to be a virtuous way of life. It is the oldest practiced religion in the world and has the third largest following after Christianity and Islam. Rastafari. Rastafari is a religious and political movement that began among black Jamaicans in the 1930s and was adopted by many groups around the globe. It combines Protestant, Christianity, mysticism, and a Pan-African political consciousness.
Good day, this is Ruchi Lagura and you're watching PCW News. And in this video, I'm going to show you the impact of religion to local and global business.
The impact of religion to local and global business is clear and evident. The study found a connection between religious convictions and economic perspectives. The employees' religious convictions may also affect how they think and behave in the workplace. Religious people are more inclined to believe that market outcomes are fair, are less likely to break the law, and have greater faith in the government and legal system. In terms of application, when starting a business, entrepreneurs take into account a number of factors including their target market. There are foods and clothes that are inappropriate for everyone owing to their religious beliefs. So the owner of a business in the food or clothing industries should consider the faith or religion in order to meet everyone's desire.
Hello everyone, this is LG Margaida. You are watching TCW News. And today's documentation, I'm gonna show you the impact of religion to the government. Firstly, religious freedom is no different from human freedom that doesn't have either minimum or boundaries. Government regulation depend heavily upon kind of government. For example, authoritarian, dictatorial, democratic. Religion is a social activity that could be full control by the government unless opposed by people. The role of religion in government is not such as a simple question. On the one hand, the intrusion of religion in the bureaucracy of the state is never a good idea, especially in a modern constitutional state that pledges freedom for all religion traditions. And every single modern state that has done so has faced enormous problems. On the other hand, if you think of religion as a matter of identity, then of course, it is going to have a role in politics. After all, in a free country, you should be able to insert your values and more into society. You should be free to vote for people which share your values. And of course, those values will often be derived from your religion. So it doesn't make sense to say that religion should be completely removed from society or politics, and thus from government. The problem, however, is that religion tends to deal with absolute, whereas politics, at least in theory, is supposed to be about compromise. No wonder then that when religion and government mix, the results are usually negative. I think it is somewhat inevitable for religion to play a role in politics and government, but we must ensure by law that all religions have an equal voice and the state an equal access to the law.
Good day everyone, it's Frederick Docta and you're watching PCW News. And for today's report, I'm gonna show you the advantage and disadvantage of globalization and religion.
Different platforms were utilized to strengthen one's connection, especially in proclaiming the words of God. Another way in which globalization has impacted on religion is the way religions have made use of global communications. People are more connected with the world. They can easily access different information through different technology tools. Religions groups are able to take advantage of modern technology to recruit new members, spread the word, and keep in contact with other members of the religion. More specifically, religion maintained the golden rule: what you do not wish done to yourself, do not do to others. Therefore, through such religion values, globalization caused greater religion tolerance in such areas as politics, economics, and society. Under the influence of consumer culture nowadays, achievement and material prosperity has become the aim of life while the inner peace is ignored. Globalization causes mental stress. Why? Because as it favors materials as individuals focus on attaining some material possession, such as a house, a cars, a wealth, or simply any object that hamper their inner peace by undermining religion. It disrupts traditional communities, causes economic marginalization, and brings individual mental stress, all of which create a backlash of religious parochialism.